What's going on, guys? Blake Hawthorn, it's his turf. I have a solution for that customer that doesn't want to go on contract, but you always forget to do their services. Welcome, guys, to Sunday Night Lawn Care Tips and Tricks. We do this every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. In tonight's video, we're going to be looking at our new service forms. This form is for those customers that don't want to go on contract, but it's hard to remember to put them on schedule. I'm sure all of you had that happen to you. The customer calls, you're in the field, things are rolling, and you say, yeah, absolutely, I'll put you on the schedule next week. Next week comes, and you forget to do their services. That is where this form comes in handy. For those of you just joining in on our Sunday Night Lawn Care Tips and Tricks, we had a video that we did on our lawn care strategy. It was for our schedule and routing. If you would check that out in the link above, that'll show you how we do our schedules and routing, how we have determined where we're going to service the properties we're servicing, and then what days of the week those are going to be serviced on. So as you saw in our lawn care strategy video, that we use an Excel spreadsheet for our clients that gives us our client's name, their address, the type of contract that they're under, and the number of times we'll be servicing the property per month. This schedule is in order from closest to the shop to furthest away, or vice versa, depending on the size of the property and the properties that we're servicing per schedule. Typically, the properties that we put on these schedules are only the customers that are under contract. That's where this form comes in handy. We have a lot of customers that we have serviced for several years where they like to just call in. We ask that they'll call in 7 to 10 days in advance so that we can put them on the next rotation of when we'll be in their area. But the great way we have found to be able to keep up with this is to put it on one of these service forms. Me and my supervisor keep one of these forms, write it down, so that way we can give it to our guys when they're going to be servicing that property. This also works great for anybody that is a walk-in, and that's going to be a customer that just comes up to our crew and has them do some services. If you remember last week's video where we were talking about our new service forms, that's where you will see a way that you can be able to give the customer a receipt and to keep up with your pricing for that project. This form will allow you to keep up with when the services was completed and what route it's in relation to. This sheet is a very simple fill in the blank. You're going to have the date, service address, a description, and the service date. This allows us to be able to document the date that they called in, their address and their information, and then be able to follow up on the date that our company actually serviced the property. My guys will then check this off in the checkbox to the left, and then my supervisor will check it off in red, making sure that we followed up with our new service form when we were on the job site or that we collected money. Once it has been checked in red, we know that we have collected money and that we no longer need to keep that service form. Remember, this is just a super simple way to be able to keep up with it on paper. What happens is with notepads is they get written down and you forget where they are. The great thing about this sheet is you'll be able to write it down, take it into your office, and be able to put it with your schedules each and every morning. There's some great softwares that you can use to be super efficient in the field where you can real time, as so a customer calls in, add this property to the schedule where it falls between your other properties and never have to bother your crew with it. However, they do cost a monthly subscription. And that's what this short series is all about, is showing you the free ways that we use these forms to be able to operate in our day-to-day lawn maintenance. It's not too late if you'd like access to these free documents. Just leave a comment down below and I'll let you know how you can get those. That will conclude our lawn care documents. Next, we're going to be looking at how you can start to grow your company. That next step is going to be hiring employees and making sure you have the right documentation and paperwork on file. First thing we're going to be looking at is our application and then our employee guidelines. So you guys stay tuned. Be looking forward to those videos. We'll see you next week here at 6 p.m. on Sunday Night Lawn Care Tips and Tricks.